Alright, here we go. Today I'm going to be installing some new ceramic brake pads from Hawk. So this is the front. This is the caliper right here. So what you want to do is you want to turn the wheel slightly inside so the caliper is facing outside. So the calipers look like this. There's also a caliper right here that has a sensor that you're going to need to plug in. What you want to do first is go ahead and unplug this sensor right here. So here's the cable from the original one, and it plugs into something back here. So what you want to do is, when you look at this, so this is the plug. There's a little notch right here that locks this sensor into place. So what you want to do is you want to open this up and then turn it sideways so that you can then pull it out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a small flathead screwdriver, pry that in here, and then take these pliers and pop it out. So I'm going to look for it like so. I see the little tab on the bottom right here. Just going to shove my screwdriver in here to wedge it in. Take these pliers right here, turn the sensor 90 degrees, and then that's it. You'll be able to pop it out. Once you pop out the sensor, you see the little plug right here. Stick your flathead in there, just pull down, and then your sensor's off. Now this is threaded behind the brake line right here, so I'm going to pull this out behind the brake line. And that's that part. Next up, you're going to want to remove these two pins, and these brake pads will come right out. So I'm going to get a punch tool and a mallet. So this is a 3/8 right here. Actually, this one's a 3/8 right here. And you're going to want to tap this out like so. There you go. Once it pops out, you can leave it. And then same for the bottom. Okay. Now that's popped out, what you want to do is you want to press down with one hand on the pin and pull it out from the back. Like so. Now this will come out. Set that aside. Do the same with the bottom. Press and pull. Take that out, put that down. So now you're going to have the two pads here. What you're going to want to get is something called a brake pad spreader if you want to do it quick. So this thing right here, just boom, and it'll spread the pads. That way you can slide in the new brake pads without having to do much work. So I'll put it in the bottom like so. Alright, so once you hit max, pull it out. What you could do is pull the brake pad out, just like this, so. Just like that. Let's set those aside. I'm going to grab my new pads here. Just slide those right in. One and two. That's it. You can now put this back down and slide the pin through. So what you'll notice is it doesn't come all the way back out. You're gonna have to tap that back in later. But what I'm gonna want to do first is spread the top caliper first. So what I can do first is I could try to see if I can remove this sensor here. So that way I can put this back in. It doesn't look like it wants to come out, but I could just put this back in here anyways and spread it. There you go. Just push this off to the side right here. Okay. So you want to press this all the way to the max so the calipers are all the way compressed. That way the new pad will fit right in pretty easily because the new pad is going to be thicker than the original pad. Alright, so that's as much as it's going to go. So I'm going to release this. Pull that out. Take out the original pads. 1 and 2. So you can push this from the back side if you want to push it out forward if you're having some trouble. Now what I'm going to do is stick back in the original pad. Let's see. So here's the sensor. I want the sensor on the inside. Let's see. Here we go. I had taken one of the sensors out, because one side of my calipers doesn't have the sensor. So I'm just going to stick it back in. Oops. Okay, there you go. So this is back in here. Alright, so now I'm going to want to slide this caliper in, like so. I'm going to want to thread this through back behind the brake line like how I had it before, and down and around like this. Okay? Then I'm going to take this one, because I have an extra sensor, pop this one out. Okay. Just pull that out. Boom, that's it. Now I'm going to want to put the pin back in, like so. Press down, put this pin in, and we're set. Okay? So now I'm going to need to punch this pin back through. There's a little notch on the end, so I'm going to take my mallet. So I grabbed the lug on the other side because it's a little bigger than the punch tool. It gives me a little more room. Just hammer away. Okay, so now what we're going to do, take our brake pad clip, back clip, plug it back in, like so. Make sure it snaps in and tight, can't pull off. Place this back in this groove right here. And then you want to grab your pliers and turn 90 degrees. And you should hear it snap back into place. And once that's tight, you're all done. Look. That's all there is to it. Here's a close-up. You see how far these pins stick out? And then there's the back. Here's the plug right here. Here's the notch where you have to stick your pliers through. And that's it.